Back here in Ann Arbor, where Michigan leads Iowa by 4. Iowa 8 of 13 from 3, but only 1 for 5 this half. No points off the bench for Iowa, while Michigan has 21 from the only 2 players who come off the bench, Baston and Hughes. Sean McDonough with Bill Raftery. Right now the focus from this crowd at least is on the officials, but that did look like a good call.
It's like we just walked into the room, the reaction we generally get. But right now, good call by Teddy Valentine. Woolridge has to be the guy. He's got to run the offense for Tom Davis, either finish or get others involved, particularly Ryan Bowen.
Iowa to play it in. Michigan already in the double bonus. Iowa only 5 team fouls, and the fans are aware of that as well. That might be contributing to the vocal nature of their displeasure. Bowen lost the dribble and traveled. Might have lost it off the end line first. 15 turnovers by Iowa. Only 4 this half.
Just see if they step up the pressure now, Sean. They got that steal at half court. Here's the full court denial. Bowen causes the blindness on the baseline. Oh, almost. They get too many people in the trap here.
Conlon the trailer with Hughes, Baston, and Ward for Michigan.
And Steve doing a masterful job of yo-yoing people with only the 7 bodies to play with.
And Iowa has played 8 today. Shot clock 7. Ward a fall away. Hughes had it ripped away by Bowen. He dribbled it off the court while he was on his back. Moore. McCausland. That was intended to be a pass, and a foul called on Rucker. Poor decision by McCausland.
How about the reaction defensively, though? I mean, you think you're going to get away with that. McCausland felt when he went up. He's got the look, but Michigan well-schooled at taking the body out. You go for the legs on this particular play. Defense reacts. Everybody identifies, and right here you go for the legs. Great defensive play and preparation.
And 2 fouls on Rucker. And if Iowa should lose this game, they might look at this point in the game as an opportunity missed, as it's been 65-61 for a while now. They've had some chances to pull even or even take the lead.
That 3-second lane's giving him a couple of entry passes, but it's going to be the dribble, I think. Little screen by Wow.
Hughes, long 3, rimmed out to Rucker. It almost went down for Brandon Hughes.
Nice look by Woolridge. Finds people too, doesn't he?
Now Woolridge on the court with Bowen, Moore, Rucker, and McCausland. Woolridge dribbled into traffic and still scored over the outstretched arm of Traylor.
Has that great ability to freeze a guy. Little tint, moved ahead.
Hughes scores over Rucker.
He's not afraid, is he? Little baby hook, kiss, release in traffic.
Still Michigan by 4. 5.5 minutes remaining. Rucker, that's a little bit beyond his range. Baston has Traylor.
Didn't really need that one. Don't need it.
Look out. Rucker fouled him.
Well, when you're good and confident and the coach lets you play a little bit, you'll do those things. Steve Fisher, I'm sure, saying, well, maybe Robert should have held on to it as he talks to Maceo. Not a good kick-out pass. Control it. You're holding 4 points. Make sure you get a good one.
3 fouls on Rucker. It's the 7th team foul, so Iowa's now over the limit. Then it'll be a 1-and-1 or 2-shot opportunity perhaps for Traylor. It'll be 2. He was fouled during the shot, not on the drive.
Michigan, Mr. Basketball. Saw him as a high school player. McDonald's All-American. I'm impressed. He's taking care of his body. I know he looks big, but the body fat has been cut in half from last year. We ought to try it, I'm sure. Get on that diet, but his agility is what's just amazing.
Michigan by 5. Woolridge starting to take over the offense a little bit more. Again, some shuffle steps by McCausland that went uncalled. He tried to dump it off to Robinson, who couldn't handle the pass. Then a foul called as Traylor had the ball, and he was hacked by Robinson. First foul on Alvin Robinson.
two big guys down there. They tip the scales at a mighty number. McCausland a little too close to make a pass, but Traylor now in the right position defensively. That's what's been the difference. I think Michigan's preparation to take away the Iowa offense.
Iowa's received virtually nothing off the bench today. Traylor at the line with 9 points in the game. This is a 1-and-1. Conlon snuck in for the rebound and score.
Well, Iowa's great at running plays on a missed free throw. A good counter by Conlon.
Conlon, a big guard at 6'5", pushes the lead back to 7 for the Wolverines, and we're down to 4:45 remaining here in Ann Arbor. Woolridge, a tough shot.
That was not easy at all. Conlon right there.
Woolridge up to 19. That's his average. Bullock an open 3.
And that's because Conlon gives it right back. He does not waste time. Good touch kickback.
Lead back to 8 for Michigan. The Wolverines had a 10-point lead earlier in the half. Iowa came back to tie it. Woolridge.
Oh my goodness.
Answers the 3.
How about that ticker? Oh, courage.
Foul that Tom Davis didn't like. That had him grabbing his head. Koch wound up with the ball. Tom wound up with an upset stomach. 4 fouls now on Koch.
They got to be careful with the basketball Michigan against this press. I mean, it's stepping up a little. They're not a grabbing pressing team. You know, when you think of different teams like Georgetown, they'll get after you with a little bump. They position, understand how to retreat, a little different look, and then they move the pressure points effectively.
Conlon, not a good free throw shooter historically. Well, you knew he was going to step up there and make the first. He has 6 points. Conlon only 50% from the line this season.
Some guys are a little tougher down stretch time too. Last 3-4 minutes show a little more courage, confidence.
Tom Davis wanted a lane violation, and he's all the way out to midcourt to chat with Ted Valentine about
it. What you think?
Oh no. Nice.
What the Bravada thinks.
Decrease coefficient of friction, divert torque to adjust wheel velocities.
With its exclusive Smart Track system, the Bravada automatically reacts to changing road conditions. So with no buttons to push or levers to pull, you can let it do the thinking.
Oh no. Marbles?
Excuse me, think your disposable razor shaves as comfortably as his Gillette Sensor XL? Yeah, well, try Sensor XL. It'll change your mind. After one shave with Sensor XL, we bet you don't go back. Because only Sensor XL has protective microfins for extra comfort. Whoa. And self-adjusting blades for extra closeness. Disposables don't. And Sensor XL gives more shaves per blade than any disposable.
Excuse me.
Take the Sensor XL challenge. Bet you don't go back to disposables.
Hey, I want my Sensor XL back. Hey, hey!
Is your dandruff sending the wrong signals? You're out! Get Selsun Power. Doctors recommend Selsun Blue #1, so don't send the wrong signals. Get Selsun Power.
Let's get real. Brakes stop your wheels, but tires stop your car. Goodyear AquaTread 2 has a deeper, wider aqua channel than the original AquaTread to sweep water away for outstanding wet traction. AquaTread, only from Goodyear.
The danger, the drama, the descent of the downhill. Olympic gold medalist Bill Johnson leads the legends at the Jeep King of the Mountain Downhill Series next Saturday on CBS. CBS Sports coverage of the road to the Final Four is sponsored by Goodyear, #1 in tires. MetLife. Get Met. It pays. And by Oldsmobile, official car for NCAA championships.
Well, Sean McDonough, Michigan ahead 75-68 over Iowa. And the problem that occurred was on the free throw shot. I can understand as we take a look, Brandon Hughes over here. But this is the guy you can't miss as a violation. And this got the ire of Tom Davis. You can't leave early. He felt both made the violation.
Well, he had a point taken away earlier on a double lane violation. And Tom was not pleased just before the last time out, all the way out to midcourt, and he was intercepted by Ted Valentine, risking getting a technical at a crucial time of the game. That would not have helped his cause.
Well, it was a timeout, obviously out of the coach's box, but at that point, he's chatting in an amicable fashion now with Teddy.
Both teams will be in the double bonus the rest of the way.
Little 2-3 zone look now. This was effective early. Collins going to have to rebound big. You mentioned that 6'5". He's down on the other side, weak side rebounding.
Iowa down by 7, but as we've seen, they can score quickly. They're the best three-point shooting team in the conference. McCausland, a rare miss from three-point range. Trailer the rebound.
A little gamble by Steve Fisher. Well, when you won a national title, you do some things after a timeout. Good little wrinkle.
The first miss by McCausland from three-point land at ace. 5 out of 6. Koch saw the pass coming, couldn't hang on to it. Got a hand on it to tip it out of bounds, but could not intercept. 16 on the shot clock. Daryl Moore back in for Koch. Bullock out high with Hughes and Conlon. The three-guard lineup again for Michigan. Trailer and Taylor round out the fivesome. Conlon. Rebound Woolrich. Under 3 minutes left.
And this should make them take some time on the offensive end. This little wrinkle at 2-3. Not a back to man-to-man. No, 2-3.
Shot clock 15.
A little pick and roll at the end. Shouldn't work, particularly in a zone.
Conlon hit the deck. Woolrich hit the shot. A three-pointer, and it's a 4-point game.
Magnificent. Unbelievable.
(75-71) Michigan. 2:10 remaining here in Ann Arbor.
Sorry, Sean. Last 2 trips man-to-man for Iowa.
Taylor wanted the dump down from Trailer. It was not coming.
I don't know why Taylor runs away from the box when he ducks in. He comes out 10 feet. Hold your guy low there, Maurice.
They need a shot with 7 on the clock. Conlon barely scraped the rim. Trailer the rebound. Fouled on the floor by Moore, but that'll be the 10th team foul at Iowa. So 2 shots the rest of the way for Michigan. It's the first personal on Daryl Moore.
How effective was that? The finish was whistled off as Ed Hightower says, don't dunk after the whistle. I don't want to have to call that on you. But Trailer with a weak side position, and not too many people are going to get around him.
You see, not a good free throw shooter. They're not a good free throw shooting team. You mentioned the finish by Trailer. He started the season with a dunk 3 minutes in the opener against Ball State that ripped the rim down. First shattered backboard in Michigan history. He missed both. Rucker pulled it away from Conlon, who tried to sneak in for another rebound off a foul shot. Iowa has refused to go away here in the second half. They've been on the ropes a couple of times. Woolridge to Rucker. The bounce to the bucket. Rejected. They wanted a goaltend on the Iowa bench. Bowen ran into traffic.
Taylor with a great rejection. You don't want to foul now if you're Michigan, but play solid. Look to help on Woolridge's penetration.
Shot clock did not reset. Woolridge lost it. Shot clock was down around 5 when it slipped out of his hands. 18 turnovers. A killer today for Iowa. Approaching a minute remaining. Michigan by 4.
1 minute remaining.
Bullock, who's a good shooter, has been able to turn. Nice little high-low, but you got to convert.
Not enough altitude on the pass. Bowen intercepted. Iowa down 4. Under a minute remaining. Crowd thought Woolridge traveled. It came back to Woolridge.
He's going to call
20-second timeout.
How about his strength on the 20? One, it wards off the defender, gets one hand on the shoulder. A toughness about Woolridge that makes you enjoy the way he plays. Andre coming up big with shots, the ability to get in the middle and get others involved.
44.2 seconds remaining. Iowa with just one full timeout remaining. Michigan 2 full timeouts and a 20, and the arrow favors Michigan. One thing working for Iowa here is Michigan, a poor free throw shooting team, and the Wolverines will probably try to keep it in the hands of Bullock, who's by far their best.
Stretch time, very important, as we know. Big thing is what Michigan's going to do defensively here. They've done a better job containing Woolridge with the zone. See if they stick with it or they go straight up man. Looks like the man.
Looks like Michigan might call a 20-second timeout of its own. Wolverines wanted to see how the Hawkeyes lined up. And here's the 20 called by Michigan. King Kong versus Godzilla on 60 Minutes. No. Rupert Murdoch versus Ted Turner. Tonight, Mike Wallace all but puts you in the ring with the two media moguls. That's followed by Touched by an Angel and an American Gala. The American Gala, an entertainment extravaganza celebrating our country's musical heritage. 2-hour performance from some of America's greatest, including Aretha Franklin and James Taylor. Whoopi Goldberg and Michael Douglas host the American Gala tonight on CBS.
Iowa now, like just 2-trip game, really. You go for the deuce. You don't have to settle for the 3. All good things happen generally when Andre Woolridge has the pill in his hands. They got the bailout pass back for more. Look at Hughes. This is something he does well. Rags the dribbler.
Iowa down 4 and killing time off the shot clock. It's the 14. Woolridge. That was a prayer.
Sure was. And that's all because the defense was set. They doubled the dribbler.
Now the ball in the hands of the best free throw shooter in Michigan history. He has it back from Hughes, and they have to foul him with 21 seconds left.
And what a wise move, too. They make sure Bullock, 85% free throw shooter, has it in his hands. They really settled Iowa on that play, didn't they?
Yep.
A lot of time because of the defensive maneuvering.
It looked like Woolridge realized, boy, we're killing too much time here, and got a little impatient and fired up a bad shot.
Got to get it in and then back to him somehow, but they don't have that real forceful inside game. Second touch, I think Andre could be awfully difficult to control.
2 shots for Bullock. Bullock 4 out of 4 from the free throw line. He's now made 15 straight and 23 of his last 24. The lead is 5.
Now they think his 5 assists against Purdue, which was a career record for him, was conducive to this whole team morale factor. I thought their attitude at the workout yesterday exhibited a lot of enthusiasm.
Timeout Michigan. The Wolverines lead by 6.
Sonic technology is used to clean the most coveted diamond in the world. Flawless. But Sonic technology is also used to clean something far more valuable. His teeth. Sonicare. High-speed brushing and sonic waves remove plaque beyond the reach of the bristles. For strong, healthy teeth and gums. Sonicare. Amazing, isn't it?
You're ready to quit. Great. Now, which patch? Single strength Nicotrol? But that means one single step. If you're not comfortable with that, you may want Nicoderm CQ. CQ's a 3-strength program. You start with the highest strength and gradually step down till you free yourself of nicotine. And gradual is the method doctors and pharmacists prefer. Nicoderm CQ. The power to calm, the power to comfort, the power to quit successfully.
Well, this concludes our tour of the Bud Light Brewery. Thank you very, very much.
Hey, look, everybody. It's a new guy.
Hey, new guy.
Where?
New guy?
Hey, new guy. Name's Jim. Been here since September '93. This here's Fred. He took the tour in '92.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
Welcome to paradise.
Make it a Bud Light.
You need anything from the outside, I'm the guy you see. Okay? Chips, pretzels.
There's a medical emergency, but no hospital. What do? Build one.
Leadership. Learn it now in the Army Reserve. Use it now in your career.
All set?
You bet I am. Thanks to you.
A few weeks ago with Jesse, I noticed something. Dandruff. So I told him about Head & Shoulders. Regular shampoos just rinse flakes away. Head & Shoulders helps prevent flakes from even forming.
Because great hair can't have flakes.
You keep your hands off my daughter.
In Orleans, even love is a little crazy.
And what's wrong with me?
You are white.
You're a racist?
Larry Hagman, Orleans, CBS Wednesday.
21 seconds remaining. Iowa in danger of suffering its first conference loss. And they're in jeopardy seeing their 8-game winning streak overall come to an end. Hawkeyes came in having won 8 in a row and 13 of 14 after the problems early in Maui. They need to score in a hurry, probably a 3-pointer.
And the big thing is just make them use the ball quite a bit.
They're
Use
running
the
a lot
clock.
of time.
Yep. He pushed him into a walk almost. Good effort defensively by Michigan.
Woolridge missed a 3. Michigan on its way to victory.
Nice heads-up play by Bullock. I think Brandon Hughes may have gone to the goal if it were him, though. What do you think?
Yeah.
An offensive-minded guy. Heads-up play by Lewis.
So Iowa will suffer its first conference loss and fall into a tie with Minnesota for first place, while Michigan joins Michigan State at 4-2, and they have a big meeting upcoming next weekend at the Breslin Center in East Lansing. Michigan has a tough stretch of games upcoming.
You saw Michigan State yesterday.
Very impressed.
A nice win over Northwestern. The league tightening up.
Meanwhile, this week, Michigan has Indiana at Indiana. Then they're at Michigan State. Then they're at Penn State next weekend. 3 straight road games.
The silent assassin, Lewis Bullock. Now he sneaks up on you.
Michigan appears to be back on track. 79-71 the final. The genuine Chevrolet players of the game are Andre Woolridge of Iowa with 25 points and 4 assists, and Brandon Hughes off the bench with 18 points and 3 assists for Michigan. Chevrolet will donate $1,000 to each school's general scholarship fund to reward outstanding students for their academic achievements and to assist those in financial need. We'll join Gus Johnson and George Raveling in our CBS Sports studios after this. So long from Ann Arbor.
The newest Infiniti is as luxurious as any Infiniti ever made. Except it has more attitude. The new QX4.
Many of you are getting the AT&T One rate plan.
I just got that plan.
I'm with that dime plan.
It's not a dime all the time to everyone, you know.
It's not?
No, only one person.
What about everybody else?
7 a.m. to 7 p.m. weekdays, it's a quarter.
It's so complicated.
Well, the AT&T One rate plan is very simple.
How simple?
Calls from home, one low rate to anybody in America, anytime, no restrictions.
I'm switching to AT&T.
All right, so we're making a little progress.
No restrictions, no games. The AT&T One rate plan.
And welcome back to the Road to the Final Four. I'm Gus Johnson along with George Raveling. Now coming up, you'll get a chance to see 2 more games, UConn, Kansas, and Louisville and Texas right here on CBS Sports. And in a moment, we'll go out to Jim Nantz and Billy Packer, who are standing by in Hartford. But right now, Michigan, Iowa, what happened to the Hawkeyes?
Well, it all centers around the P words. Poise against Iowa's full-court press, patience against their zone, and the physical rebounding style. That spelled victory for Michigan. And despite the fact that Iowa is coming into the game with their bench averaging 17 points a game, they got zipped today. Michigan's bench got 23 points.
Big performances from Lewis Bullock and Andre Woolridge for Iowa, Bullock for Michigan. Now let's check in with Jim Nantz and Billy Packer, who are standing by at the Hartford Civic Center for an update on Kansas and UConn.
All right, thank you, Gus. The #1 ranked team in the country, the Kansas Jayhawks, come in here with that beautiful 17-0 record to take on the UConn Huskies, who are very respectable 11-3 in a rebuilding year. But you talk about rebuilding, they must rebuild today, because this week they lost their 2 most experienced players, Kurt King and Ricky Moore. They accepted plane tickets from an outside source. They've been suspended by the school. The investigation continues by the NCAA. Perhaps further suspensions for these two. And Billy, another question mark coming into the game. Jock Vaughn from Kansas injured a leg, ligament sprain in a knee in practice on Friday. But just a moment ago, we received word he will start today. So what about this game?
That's more bad news for Jim Calhoun. But it may help Roy in this respect, in the fact that he does not have to play Jock in this particular game. One of the things we're going to be seeing today is a coach who's an outstanding coach that has no more idea what these freshmen are going to do than we do, Jimmy. It's a tough one.
Well, they haven't lost here in 10 years in a non-league game. I'm talking about the UConn Huskies, Gus. Coming up shortly, Kansas and Connecticut. Let's go back down to New York.
All right, Jim, our other game will feature Texas and Louisville. Bob Rathbun and Dan Bonner are standing by in Austin, and we go to them right now for an update.
Here at the Irwin Center in Austin, we're getting set for number 10 Louisville and number 23 Texas. Bob Rathbun, Dan Bonner, a couple of clubs that like to run up and down the floor, and we'll see 2 of the outstanding backcourt stars in the game.
Bob, dueling 32s, if you will, for the University of Texas. Number 32, Reggie Freeman, the left-hander, can really put points on the scoreboard. And his counterpart, number 32 for Louisville, DeJuan Wheat, one of the country's most entertaining and effective point guard.
All right, we'll be back along in just a moment with our game from Texas. Gus, back to you in New York.
All right, guys, those 2 games coming up, and we'll be back right after this with more on the road to the Final Four. Stay with us.
In 1866, the world's first dynamo was invented by Werner Siemens. It began the revolution that brought electricity to everyone. That was then. This is now. The generation, distribution, and control of energy are at the heart of Siemens today, where you work, live, and play. And with 46,000 people at work nationwide, Siemens is leading the way into the next century. Siemens, precision thinking.
Just up from 40 Deuce and Dream Street, there's a joint that jumps with solid swinging and a hep-cat scat. With a Heidi-Ho Man and the Godfather of Soul hit the high notes with every cool in the pool. It's a house on fire called the Cotton Club, where every night the vibe is hot and live gigs aren't the only things that cook, because the club chases up some of the best choff in town. So if you're hip to the scene, grab some threads and bring your Visa card, because the club jives and jukes at a shake, but never with American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
You didn't have to go in weekends, but you did. You didn't have to drive the team, but you did. You didn't need to volunteer, but you did. When you take pride in what you do, you always do more than you need to. That's how it is at Pennzoil. We didn't have to achieve the tougher GF2 motor oil performance standard ahead of its time, but we did.
Pennzoil, first to fully achieve the tougher 1997 GF2 performance standard.
And welcome back to the road to the Final Four. A couple of scores to update you on. Xavier leading Temple. Well, Temple leading Xavier, rather, 9-2. Temple coming off that big win over Cincinnati. Meanwhile, LSU and Tennessee in the SEC, 63-50 right now. Volunteers leading at home. And Providence beats West Virginia this afternoon, 74-61. Now, next, most of you will see Kansas take on UConn, while some of you will see Louisville at Texas. George Raveling and I will be back later. Enjoy the games right here on CBS Sports.
This year, give someone a birthday cake they can't eat, but they'll still love. The birthday flower cake from 1-800-Flowers. With 1-800-Flowers, giving someone a truly special birthday gift is a piece of cake.
Monday on an all-new Ink.
Find anything?
Merry prize into the past.
If you were a rapper, they would have named you Snoop Wifey Wife.
All-new Ink. CBS Big Comedy Monday.
CBS. Welcome home.